Hey everyone, welcome and thanks for tuning into Allied Health Mentors. My name's Eddie, and today I wanted to go over how you, as a certified phlebotomy technician 1 here in the state of California, can renew your certified phlebotomy technician 1 license through the California Department of Public Health's Laboratory Field Services portal. Now, if you are a CPT 1 in California, you know that you have to continue doing your continuing education credits every 2 years. In order to reapply for your license every 2 years, you need 6 hours of continuing education credits, or 6 credits. And you can do this throughout the year, throughout your 2 years. So let's say in 2020 you renew your license, and then you do some training in between 2020 and 2022. Keep those trainings, keep those certs, whatever certificates you get through your employer or through the school, keep everything, because they might come in handy later on, and I'm going to show you why and how. So if you just go to Google and you type in CDPH renewal CPT1, and again, you can go on their website directly and find it, but Google everything. That's what I do. So if we click it here, that first link that pops up, it's going to tell you some information on how to renew your Certified Phlebotomy Technician 1 license. And if we scroll down, this is what we want. It says phlebotomy certificates. So this video is specifically for CPT 1s and CPT 2s, although as explained in other videos, there's not a whole lot of CPT 2s. But if you are a CPT 2, comment below, because you guys are like Bigfoot. I never see you guys, I just hear about you guys. So 6 contact hours of continuing education credits, right? Provided by department approved accrediting agencies. So there's a whole mess on this page of how to log in, where to log in, and all that, but you can go through that later. I just kind of want to get into the meat and potatoes. So if we click on this link here, it's going to show us a whole list of accrediting agencies that you can get continuing education credits through. Now, all of these different agencies are, some of them you can buy credits for, not buy credits, but you buy the modules and you can take the credits through them, but some of them are like actual departments. So like UCSF, right? That's a university. They're going to have their own in-house stuff, so it's probably not available to the public, right? LAC, USC, that's Keck. They're probably going to have it in-house and not going to give it to the public. That's okay though, because there are resources that the public can get. So if you're already employed by a hospital or a lab, there's a chance that they've already done this for you, because they need to keep up with competencies every year. You need to renew your competencies in the laboratory so that when JACO or CLIA, whoever comes around, asks to see your competency list, your supervisor has your continuing education credits that are really just for the lab, but they double as counting for your renewal for your CPT1 license. So for my employer, this is my portal. So I don't work for the University of Washington. This is just who they use. But through this, I'm able to view a catalog of different continuing education credits. And again, this isn't through the University of Washington, because you're not going to find the University of Washington on this list. And I'm going to show you what you are going to find on this list, though. So when I did this, when I got hired, I did all these CEs. These are all the trainings that I've completed. I picked the ones that had the most credit hours. You see CE credits, and the ones that were pretty easy that I knew I could finish right away because I did this like in an hour. So if I click on the score, it's going to tell me, yeah, I passed, great. And then I'd go to my CEs, and this is just for this website. This is just an example. So these are all the CEs I've completed this year, or not this year, well, last year too. But if I go and I download the certificate, it's going to bring up my name, and it's going to show me, my credit hours, whatever. That's all great. But if I scroll down, this is what I'm really looking for. This is the California Accrediting Agency number. So if you see here, it says 0001. Well, that corresponds to our list we had over here, because if we scroll up and we look for 1, I know it says 001, but it's 1 here, you're going to find PACE, right? And that's the exact same thing that's on our certificate. This is what you're looking for. So long as whatever accrediting agency you go with, as long as their certificate prints out with a California Accrediting Agency number on it, it's going to be accepted through the California Department of Public Health's Laboratory Field Services. So again, look, it's right there. Great. Now this is if you have an employer that's going to pay for your trainings. My employer does, luckily, so that's great. And so I don't have to worry about CEs because I do my competencies every year. And so I already get them done. I don't have to worry about anything. But I used to work for an employer who did not pay for my CEs, and they were an outpatient laboratory, so they didn't keep up with JCO and things like that. So I had to find my own CEs. So that's what I did. When I was a newer phlebotomist, and it was the first time that I was renewing my license, I went to this list and I found Anderson Continuing Education. And I picked Anderson because a lot of my coworkers had used Anderson in the past. So if you Googled Anderson, you went to their website, you're going to find this website here. And it says down here, phlebotomy CEs. They also do CEs for other technicians or allied health professionals, but I'm not too sure how that works. So I clicked phlebotomy, course catalog, and it's going to give you the different courses. You always want to do the most recent one. You don't want to repeat courses because they won't accept it. So if we scroll down, it's going to tell me the prices. Now, here's a tip, guys. If you are pretty proficient in your skills and you know what you're doing and what you're looking for, you only need to buy the quiz. And the reason you only need to buy the quiz is because you can probably figure out these answers on your own. Like it's not dense stuff. Bring out your phlebotomy textbook or whatever you use for your phlebotomy course, or use Google, but you really don't need the reading material and the quiz. Yes, of course, if like you feel the reading material is going to help you and you think, you're the kind of person that's analytical and wants to read everything and get everything right, then by all means do it. It's only $10, what, $11 more? But like for me, where I'm experienced and I'm pretty confident in my skills and I teach phlebotomy, and so I have no problem passing these Cs, I would just buy the quiz just to save you a little bit money, a little bit of money. And again, look, this is these are shipped. Oh, that's another thing too. Look, these are shipped to you, so these are like paper that you'd have to turn in, but this is online. So you would want to do the online one because you don't want to have to wait for things to get mailed to you and mail them back, and that's just a hassle. So go ahead and do the online version so that you can get it done quick and it prints out the certificate for you. But yeah, again, if you're confident in your skills, just get the quiz, save yourself some money. But if you feel like you need the reading material, then go ahead and do that by all means. Now, another person who's on this list that I've used in the past is, let's see if we can find them, Contra Costa Medical Career College. I have no idea where these places are located, but I've used this website too. So I searched them. I searched Contra Costa. I think it's in Northern California, Contra Costa Medical Career College. And if we go down to their courses, they do have phlebotomy technician. And if we go here, we can find their trainings. And these are the different trainings they offer or modules for CEs. And so every module is a certain amount of CE hours. And it'll probably tell us if we go here. So it'll tell us this module would be $29 and would be 2 credits upon completion. So I would need 3 of these. Is that the same for Anderson? Anderson's a little cheaper. So Anderson, this is a total of 6 hours for if you pass these quizzes, and it's only 25. Whereas Contra Costa is charging you 2 for 30, which is kind of pricey, right? You're spending half the money or almost half the money here at Anderson. So it's up to you what you want to do. If your employer pays for you, great. Do it through your employer. Make sure those CEs, whatever the California accrediting agency, make sure it's on this list, right? If not, if they're not going to pay for it, go and find it yourself. Find the cheapest price. Use Anderson. Use Contra Costa College. Use, someone on this list. It's completely up to you. Just make sure you get these done before, I think you have to do it 3 months. You're allowed to renew your license as soon as 3 months hits, or 30 days. Something like that. It's all online. The information is there, but just make sure you do it in time. So kind of work into this. So if you know your license is due in like 2 or 3 months, start looking at your CEs, start asking questions from your employer. And last thing, if you do end up buying your CEs for yourself and you had to pay out of pocket, ask your lab supervisor if they will reimburse you. Because if you keep the receipt and you take it to your lab supervisor and said, hey, I had to renew these to work here, keep my license up, you might get covered for that by your employer. And I believe these might be tax deductible. I'm not sure how taxes work, but because it's part of your education, your career, it can be tax deductible, I think. I'm not sure how the tax laws have changed, but look into that as well. And just one last thing, guys. When you do renew your license, you're going to go through the portal that you applied for your license through. When I got this, yes, there was a portal, but a lot of stuff was submitted through mail when I got my CPT-1, so I didn't have a fancy portal like this where I was able to just upload my certificates. So you're going to keep track of these certificates, whatever CE credits you get, you keep track of them, you save them as a PDF, and then you upload them to this portal when it prompts you. So when you log in, there's a tab that's going to say renew license and all that, and that's where you're going to renew this. That's where you're going to save those certificates for. And I would go into all of it, but then you're going to see all my personal information, and we're not that close yet. So I'm not going to do that now. But if you go to YouTube and you search California Department of Public Health License Renewal or CDPH, you will find a descriptive video. I'm sorry, a descriptive video on how to do this. So they've already done this. This is done within the last year. This is specifically for for laboratory field services. There's no sound. It's all just like tabs, but it shows you how to go through the step by step. And I'm gonna link this in the video below so that you guys can do this. It's super easy to use. But again, I just wanted to make this video so that you guys have a basic knowledge and you have someone explain it to you in layman's terms, and rather than having to read through all that stuff. I hope this helped you. I hope my tips helped you with going through your employer or getting them yourselves, but knowing where to find the continuing education sources through. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, my name is Eddie. This is Allied Health Mentors. If you don't know already, we are a YouTube channel, an Instagram, a Facebook page. We are here for allied health professionals, whether it's phlebotomists, medical assistants, EMTs, CNAs. We're here for all of you to better you and to reach our full potential and bring insight into what it is we do and share our careers to the world. So if you're digging that, go ahead and like us, share us, leave a comment down below for new video ideas, and follow us on Instagram. Yeah, Allied Health Mentors. This is Eddie. Thanks everyone. Have a good night.